Patrick Bet-David, founder of Valuetainment. So big day, big night, big show, PBD. What got it done?
Him. He got it done. I mean, listen, he's speculating whether he's going to make it to heaven or not. I think he's got his card. He's like, hey, the man upstairs is going to say, Donald Trump, come on up here. Let's make some big deals. He may be brokering deals here soon, one day when he's no longer here with us in heaven. But no, this is a monumental moment for the world. I think the people we got to be thinking about, there is us, media, podcasts. We're talking, there's the folks in the White House. There's Americans who maybe consume their content through TV or Twitter or X or YouTube. But then there's the families who live there in Gaza, live in Israel, who are in fear. The 20 folks who were released today going back to their parents, that's someone's son, that's someone's father, that's someone's brother, that's someone's friend. You haven't seen them for a while. I remember living in Iran, the fear that creates the anxiety in your belly of being there when you're walking out and you see the Hezbollahs and my mother and my sister are walking out. You're afraid what could happen at any time. You're afraid who's the next story you're going to hear about, the things that they do to them when they slash their backs, women being taken away from their husbands. These are real things. So I'm happy for the people that are living there who are experiencing this thing. I don't think anybody else is more ecstatic, the people that are there, that are finally saying, hopefully this stops. Now, by the way, we saw the Reuters report that came out about 33, public killings that took place today. The Hamas that went out there and saw some of the Gaza gangs they claim. These are some of the people that were maybe a little bit friendly on the Israeli side. I've verified it on a couple different places. 33 people were killed by Hamas today. So now the question becomes, will they continue this? Will they keep the peace? Will there be enough fear for them not to anything? Is there anything that they fear? I hope it continues, but in reality, monumental moment in President Trump's first 8-9 months of being president on his second term.
Yeah, and the Democrats were saying this was impossible. They were saying that they wanted a ceasefire, that they wanted the hostage back, and that Trump was just mucking it up. And now that it happens, I hear a lot of silence. What explains that?
They cannot stand the fact that this guy is winning. You have to realize, Jesse, go to any game in sports, any comeback, any story of redemption. Tell me a better story of redemption of a living human being in America the last 50 years than Donald J. Trump. Maybe go back 100 years. Who has redeemed themselves the way this man has? Who has done it? I don't know. Who has come back and was supposed to start World War III? He's done, some say 5, 7, 9, 10, 12 peace deals. Who has done that? Not a lot of people. There's a thing that a lot of people have to be paying attention to, and this is for me going into 2028. As you put on the scorecard of what skill sets we want of somebody to be the president of the United States, I think those days of diplomacy, right degree, right school, right pedigree are behind us. We want a deal maker. We want somebody that's going to go out there and negotiate on our behalf. We want somebody that's not afraid of the opposition, the enemy, and is willing to make some tough decisions. And he's been able to do that. By the way, the bar is so high now for whoever runs in 2028. Everybody will compare that person to what he's been doing so far. Hopefully this momentum continues in 2026, and 2026 becomes the greatest year we've had in our lifetime.
And that's why I am taking my name out of the running in 2028. I don't think it's my year. I just don't.
Big announcement.
Let someone else have it. PD, you made a great point. This really is about the hostages coming together, and it gives you chills to see it. Amazing night, amazing day for everybody in the world. Thank you so much. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.